What's up guys, it's your boy Dorian here, back at it again with another video. I apologize for not uploading consistently on this channel. I think the last video I uploaded was like 2 months ago. But the reason why is just because I got an internship with the Emmys Foundation, so I have to relocate out to Los Angeles and I haven't really had time to upload on this channel like I really want to. But I did end up starting a second channel where I do vlogs and also help people with their digital marketing and building their personal brand. So if you're interested in those type of videos, then make sure to check out my second channel. I'll leave a link in the description below. So that's what I've been doing for the past couple months, a quick little life update. But before we get started with this review, I just wanted to do a little giveaway for you guys because I haven't uploaded on this channel in so long. I just want to say thanks for staying with me and watching. So 2 people are going to win these prizes. So first is a Captain America Infinity War poster that I got at San Diego Comic-Con. The second poster they're going to win is a Punisher poster. The Punisher Netflix series coming out soon. And then the third poster they're going to win is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Black Panther poster. This one is my favorite, and this one's probably the rarest too since it's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. That exclusive shit. They're going to win a Captain America and an Iron Man pin. These pins are cute as hell, so... Oh wait, he's backwards. These pins are cute as hell, so you know you want to enter. And all you need to do to be eligible to win is leave a comment on this video and make sure you subscribe to my channel. And that's pretty much all you have to do, and you'll be entered to win. I will be uploading a couple interviews I did with the Defenders cast, but when I upload my next actual video of me talking directly to you like this, then that's when the winner will be announced. That's going to be sometime next week. So make sure you're subscribed and make sure you leave a comment on this video, and you'll be eligible to win all 3 posters and those 2 pins. So yeah. That's a little giveaway I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. But now let's go ahead and jump right into this review. Jump cut! So I got to watch the first 4 episodes of The Defenders. The thing I enjoyed the most about The Defenders is finally seeing them together. Like, finally seeing the 4 of them just standing together, like, lined up, just ready to kill the game. And it kind of had that same reminiscent feeling of when the first Avengers movie came out, and that scene where they're all standing together, and then Hulk's like, "I'm always mad, motherfucker," and then he turns into the Hulk. But when they had that scene all just standing together, I think it kind of had that same type of feeling because we've invested so much time into these 4 characters, especially Matt Murdock's character, since he's had 2 seasons, and we've seen Jessica and we've seen Luke. So we've been invested into these characters for a minute now. So finally seeing them collide and seeing them interact, it was like, damn, we finally made it to the promised land. And I'll touch on that a little bit more, but one thing that hurt it a little bit was it was just a little bit too slow for me in the earlier episodes. And of course I didn't expect them to all be buddy-buddy and like join up in the first episode, but it was just a little bit slow because the writer and the showrunner try to do a good job of making sure you don't need to see any other shows before you see this show. So like if you haven't seen Daredevil, if you haven't seen Iron Fist or Luke Cage or anything, they do a great job of making sure you can still follow along with this while not having to worry about these other 4 shows. But in order to do that, they kind of have to revisit some of the information that we already knew if you've seen the 4 shows. So the show starts off with just a quick check-in on all 4 Defenders, seeing what they're up to since we last saw them in their previous shows. So we get to see what Matt Murdock's been doing since the end of Daredevil Season 2. We get to see what Jessica's been doing since she killed Kilgrave. We get to see what Luke's been doing since he's been arrested. And then with Danny, it's basically a continuation of the season finale of his show where spoilers, but if you haven't seen it, where the Hand pretty much destroys Kunlun and he's just on a search to get justice and destroy the Hand. So we see Danny Rand and Colleen Wing still continuing that story arc. I think Jessica, of course, is one of the standout characters because like I said earlier, the earlier episodes, they do a little bit of retelling some of the stories, but with Jessica's character, it's just like, it starts from Kilgrave and then like she basically gets another case and then she's just following leads, doing all that. So we learned a lot of new information from her character, and we learned some new stuff because she's always doing new things. And since the end of Daredevil Season 2, Matt has just really been chilling. He's retired the Daredevil suit and he just wants peace and just to be a lawyer. So he's basically a bum as a superhero, but he's still killing the game as a lawyer and whatnot, but he's been bumming on his superhero task. One thing that hurt the show, in my opinion, was the fact that they built a lot of things around Danny Rand's character. Like, he's a real pivotal character in this storyline. And I get that the main antagonist in his show was like the Hand and people associated with the Hand, but I think it would have been more beneficial and more satisfying to watch to have one of these other 3 Defenders connect all 4 of them together. Having a character that we have a hard time relating to and that we have a hard time rooting for in his own show, and then taking him and making him the main focus of another show, I think that just hurt it. That has more to do with the material and the scripts and just the story arc in Iron Fist itself. To muster through all that and then have him try to be the main character and the pivotal focus of this show is just like, it really didn't work out. And I think that's kind of what hurt it because, like I said in my Iron Fist review, when you look at the other 3 characters, they're more grounded and they have more relatable roots about them, and you want to see them succeed and you want to see them like kill the villain, not kill, but you want to see them win their battles. But when it comes to Iron Fist, I'm not going to necessarily say you're not rooting for him. You're just like, I mean, if he wins, he wins. Like, I hope he does it, but you're not clapping. But when Jessica Jones like fighting Kilgrave or something, you're like, let's go Jessica, kill that motherfucker, kill him, do it for the hood, do it for the faction. And I touched on this earlier, but one thing I really did enjoy about the show is just the interactions and the dialogue between the characters. And not just the four main defenders. We saw in the trailer Misty Knight interacting with Jessica Jones. And so just seeing all these characters from different shows interact, it was real cool because we've gotten used to that similar vibe, that similar interactions between the characters. So seeing them branch out and interact with people totally different from them outside on different shows, different tones, it's real interesting to watch because they are real different people. And when it does come to the four defenders, they don't just automatically just group up and meet up at the same time. So they do them in pairs, which I thought was really smart. So you see when Daredevil comes in, he's like, I'm your lawyer now. And so they pair up Jessica and Matt, and then they pair up Luke and Danny, and then from there the story builds some more, and then bam, they all four connected and they like, let's go, we in this, we fighting. Jessica Jones and Matt Murdock's banter between each other was probably the best because even though they're real different people, they have a similar quality of not really wanting to be messed with or left alone, and just want to do what they need to do and get out of there. Them being forced into this storyline together and them being forced to hang out with each other just pulled something that we haven't seen out of them, that's some funny banter. And I actually got to interview Matt Murdock, and he said one thing that he really enjoyed was working off of Krysten, and if he had to pick any of the other defenders to come on his show, it would definitely be Jessica Jones, and vice versa. He'd be down to go on her show. So I really enjoy Luke and Danny's dynamic because we know in the comics they become best friends and kick ass together and whatnot. So you can see they're starting to try to lay the groundwork for the Heroes for Hire if they ever do plan on making that series. And I also got to interview Mike Colter and Finn Jones, and they both are interested in doing a Heroes for Hire series. They just want to make sure the story's right and make sure that they lay the groundwork for both of these characters so to where it makes sense. And it was funny too because when Danny was trying to explain to Luke about his chi and all that, Luke really wasn't having it. He was just like, what white nonsense is this? Like, why did Claire and all them bring this man into my life? I completely forgot about Claire. I love seeing Claire. She, of course, she's the one to connect these people together because she's worked with all of them. So seeing her finally be the one to tie these pieces together, finally doing her just desserts, it was cool to see because she's really the GOAT of this whole show. This isn't the Defenders. This is Claire's minions. This is not the Defenders show. This is Claire, and she runs this show, and she's the one that makes things happen. So seeing her finally get them all together is like, all right, Claire, you did your job. Sigourney Weaver's character, Alexandra, anytime she's on screen, you're just drawn in. You want to just focus in on her and see what she's about to do or what move she's about to make, because Sigourney Weaver is just such an amazing actress, and the way she portrays this character and the way she carries herself in this show is just refreshing to see, because we've had ominous, like, mysterious villains in the MCU and on the Netflix series, but just something about her and the way she talks to people and the way she talks to the Defenders, it's just like she knows what she wants, she knows her goal, and she has a good motivation behind it. And she's kind of associated with Elektra's character, and we all know Elektra comes back to life. They brought her back to life. We've seen her in the trailers and stuff, so it's not a spoiler, but Elektra's character also, she's really dope because they turn her into the antagonist to fight the Defenders, and seeing her fight against Matt Murdock and seeing all that stuff, it was cool to see, because I also talked to her as well, and she was just talking about how cool it was to transition from being like this anti-hero type character in Daredevil to just completely being an antagonist on this show and fighting against the people she once stood with. One thing I would suggest if you have the time is to at least watch season 2 of Daredevil, and also watch the back half of Iron Fist, like episode 7 and on, just to make sure you understand all the reasons why the show, the Defender show, is actually happening. And that's only if you have time and you're really interested. And then if you haven't seen like Luke Cage or Jessica Jones, then go ahead and watch those as well whenever you do have time, because those are great shows also, and you're gonna love them. So, but that was my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later on for a new video. Peace up, A-Town down.